first down. And his first look is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now.
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now it's Watson. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Fighting through, and he's got space. Give him 30 yards there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson, buying time to his left. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. Touchdown, Texans. defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and it's now 14-0. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a pickup of 7. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now running right through him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Watson dancing to his left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's got Miller. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They're going for it. It's Watson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Now a first down throw. Watson forced out to his left. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice game.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Richmond. Flag down in our belly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Watson flush to his right, and now running right through him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Watson on first down. Dumps it off for Irvin. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every...
He's got him in. Complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Let's go. Sunday. Green 80.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Dedrick McKinney in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them...
This is caught inside the 15. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, You used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
On the right side, this is Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Throwing on third down, Watson buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. They are going for it. Here's Watson fighting through. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's Watson on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 52 yards. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 5. Play action for Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Shreds the tackle. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And now out come the Jags. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Bortles to throw. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw is Bortles. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Red, black 22.
On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson dancing to his left. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. 2nd and goal from the 1. From the gun, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans add on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Bortles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And now running right through him. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 27. A shotgun snap for Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, 63 yards. And the Texans continue to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Keelan Cole now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Bortles. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No.
And that's caught inside the 35. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 49 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Caught left side Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the red zone now, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Now it's Watson. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
Black girl and I feel it.
To the air yet again, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller from a yard out, and the Texans add on. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of that Do they throw it? Do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Cole now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. No gain on the play there, second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And some room to work. T.J. Yeldon. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, 58 yards. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. What a spin. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver.
And got his man complete. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Watson operating from the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Reset.
To throw is Watson. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. And incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup. 2
incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Watson now to throw, forced out to his left, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit. But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
On second down, here's Fournette. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. On first down, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Watson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now. Set for the fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair.
Reset.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the... Man, it's caught inside the 10. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On second down, here's Watson. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. The Texans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Watson, flushed out right, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Bruce Ellington there to make the grab. And the Texans continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The return man is Grant. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A good pick up there at 22. Miller, the lone setback. Here's Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Watson now to throw on second down. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Escapes the defender. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bortles now on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And I don't don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now a first down throw. Watson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Malik Jackson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Here's Watson now on second down, eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Watson. Unable to corral him. He fights through. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. They go play action here on first down. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with his team again.
Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, Bortles. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And now it's second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Point after by Lambo, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Throwing now, Watson. Oh, stays up, breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Now whistles come in, we're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, they've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Black 22! Black!
To throw on second is Watson, flush to his right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.